Alright guys, so we're fishing mid-February and the water temp is almost 50 degrees. It's super warm for February. And we did do some fishing yesterday and we knocked them dead. Between three guys fishing, we caught almost 52 fish. So I think with three guys, I think we got 50, 51. Yeah, we had four guys out, but the fourth guy didn't catch too much. I think with him and counting, like with him included, I think we got 55. So still a pretty good day. Not really caught anything big, but you know, it was kind of hard because we had really clear conditions. You know, super sunny, and you know that's good. You know, it warms up the water, and that's what we want this time of year. But it kind of makes the fish a little wary, so it's kind of hard catching bigger fish up shallow. There's a lot of little fish, a lot of young, stupid fish up shallow, but the biggest one we had yesterday wasn't even 3 pounds, so I think we're going to change that today. Basically, I'm doing a super classic early spring lure. Late winter lure is the jerkbait. Just doing a really, really slow presentation. The water is still pretty cold and the fish are still pretty lethargic. And right now I'm working the northern side of the lake because it's warmer. You'll have to excuse me for any backlashes or anything dumb. I'm just starting the year off and pretty rusty. Besides yesterday, the last time I went fishing was, I think, Labor Day. So half a year ago. That's another thing I want to stress, the importance of making your entry into the water very, very subtle. A lot of guys just kind of cast, and you know, when the water's this clear and you know you're fishing pretty shallow, a cast like might be too loud. So what I try to do is I try to cast as low as I can, and I try to break it. I just kind of put my thumb down on it just before it hits the water. And if I hadn't done that, it would have been a lot louder splash. And it's stuff like that that really makes a difference between, you know, not catching big fish and catching big fish. Yeah, I'm still setting the hook like a rookie. On a jerkbait, you typically want to, you know, rip it to the side like that. And I set it up. Honestly, I'm pretty shocked I haven't gotten them by now. Although I did miss them. I can't stress the importance enough about stopping. That fish right there hit it off the stop. When you're fishing jerkbaits, you have to slow down and stop it. Not a big fish by any means, but a fish. And these were, I mean, a little bit bigger, but these were typically the size of fish we were catching yesterday. By the way, that splash sounded pretty violent. These fish are just really heavy, they're pretty fat. And, you know, I'm just going to gently plop them in the water. I put a lot of care into these fish, so, you know. Typically, on my single hook lures, not on like my tip baits, but you know, any single hook lure, basically soft plastics. I will even crimp the barb down. I thought I had a nub. Not a bad fish. He's not a record breaker, but I mean, hey, it's February fishing. It's kind of tough. Boy. Yeah. Like I said, it sounds like I'm tossing them back pretty hard, but they really are just heavy fish. We have in this lake these things called shiners, and they're basically, well, they actually are the minnows that you buy at the store when you go like crappie fishing or something, live bait minnows. And for whatever reason, when people start dumping their bait, it actually stocked the lake with them. And we have shiners up in here that get about 14 inches long. So this little lake's got its own kind of shad. Keep mucking out. And that's exactly what I'm trying to replicate here with these stick baits, jerk baits, whatever you want to call them. Is that even though they're called golden shiners, they don't actually have a golden sheen on their side. They have a golden sheen on their underside. They don't have a golden sheen on their side until they're, you know, at least 10, 12 inches long. So when they're in this size, they are this color exactly. Black top, greenish black top, silver side, and then orange bottom. Right now I'm just fishing super shallow water. I'm fishing water right now. I mean, it varies in here because this is a cove. I'm kind of dip down here this creek bottom. Oh. That's a mess. I am setting hooks like a rookie again. I hope by this spring I'll have my technique back. Yeah, yesterday I tried to do some recording, but it was so windy. I still might post some of it, but it was so windy that at least half my words aren't even audible, hardly audible. I mean, it was a brutal wind, gusting up to 20 miles an hour sometimes. It was pretty rough. 20, 25. Boy, it's just amazing how clear this water is. We haven't had any rain here in this county for at least 2 or 3 months. And I mean, it's not like we get much precipitation anyway in the wintertime, so the wintertime water is already pretty clear. But, I know. This water is already unusually clear for February. There should be at least a little bit of a stain there. There isn't. I actually like it clear, just because I think the fish can see the lure a little bit more. I can't believe I'm not smoking them. I'm after another. Granted, I did lose a fish, but I have to say though, for February fishing, I guess I actually am lucky to have 2 fish right off the bat. There should be a couple of fish off this point. I know some of you guys are going, oh man, that's not a point, that's only, 10-foot outcrop. Well, this is basically a pond. This is a big pond, so that's a point. A few years ago, the biggest fish of that season, that year, caught right here. It was really early March, still brutally cold, but it's one of the warmest spots in the lake. Gets good sunlight. And, 8-pound bass was caught with a rattle trap right there. I guess technically it's a little bit more off the bank because a couple years ago it was. He's not big, but he's alright. These fish are pretty well fed. Like I said, we got all kinds of bluegill and crappie and shiners in this lake. Take your electronics out and just go, holy crap, there's a couple thousand shad down there. For a pond like that, a pond like this, it's kind of a big deal. This is right where they're supposed to be. Down that little wind break. Yeah, and I can't stress it enough. The importance about a suspending jerkbait this time of year. You don't want something that's going to float. So these fish are really, really cold and lethargic. I mean, these fish I'm pulling up feel like they just got out of a freezer. And it's very important that you don't have a floating or a sinking lure, because if it's floating, it's moving, or if it's sinking, it's still moving. And they want something that's just really, really slow. They don't want to chase something that's floating or sinking. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. I guess it's just the importance of having a suspending stick bait, because it doesn't move very much in the water. Suspending means it just sits there. Like I said, these aren't the biggest fish, but I'm not complaining. It's February, so most people around the country are just kind of sitting in, freezing their asses off. I'm out here fish. That fish actually hit me really hard. I think what happened was, typically we like to hit it on the rest, when it's not moving at all. That's what put it. And I think he was moving in for the kill when I paused it, because the second I twitched, he hit it. And I think what happened was, he was coming up to a still bait, and just before he got there, I twitched it away, so he said, "Nah, get back here," and hit it real good. can't believe I haven't caught a fish. Come on. There he is. That's a decent fish. Yeah. That's a decent fish. Oh, yeah. That's a decent fish. It's important that you remember where you caught a fish this time of year. Well, I caught that fish right there. That fish. Right there at that little crook on the shoreline. After the water fish, I might pick up another one. This time of year, they can really stack up in a little pocket like that, or a little nook like that. It's very important that, even if you don't end up catching fish, it's very important that you at least go back and try to catch a few fish there. Because you might luck into, last year I found a pocket, and me and two buddies, we almost caught, I think we got really close to catching 25. I think we got like 22, 23. It's pretty good in a little hole, that's all you get. This area is a plateau. It's perfect when the water is like, oh, there's a fish. Goes to show you never count yourself out for a fish. I was reeling it back in. I just decided to stop it, and sure enough, the fish ran right into it. Well, I'll talk again about the importance of stopping the lure, especially during February and March, maybe even April too. But a lot of times these fish will just trail it. They'll just sit there and they're waiting for an opportunity to strike the thing. And sometimes when you stop it, it gives them an opportunity. And what I did there, I was just reeling it back in. I was done fishing it. And 2 feet from the boat, just stopped it and caught that fish. It was a decent sized fish. And